Zhao Yun fought fiercely amid the chaos, where the brothers Zhong Jin and Zhong Shen blocked his path. With spear in hand, Zhao Yun charged straight ahead. Zhong Jin raised his great axe to meet him, but within 3 passes, Zhao Yun thrust his spear clean through him, toppling him from his horse. Zhong Shen rushed in from behind, stabbing with his halberd. Zhao Yun wheeled his horse just in time. The two nearly collided chest to chest. He deflected the halberd with his left hand and drew the blue glimmer sword with his right, striking down so hard that Zhong Shen's helmet and head split in 2. The remaining Cao soldiers scattered in terror. Zhao Yun cut his way out and galloped toward Changban Bridge. Behind him came thunderous shouts. General Wen Pin was leading a pursuit. Exhausted and with his horse near spent, Zhao Yun reached the bridge, where Zhang Fei stood astride his horse, spear in hand. Zhao Yun cried, "Wing Da, help me!" Zhang Fei shouted back, "Go Zilong! Leave these pursuers to me." Zhao Yun crossed the bridge and rode 20 more li before finding Liu Bei and his followers resting beneath some trees. He dismounted and wept bitterly. Liu Bei's eyes also filled with tears. Gasping, Zhao Yun said, "I have failed to protect my lady and the young master. Lady Mi was gravely wounded and refused to mount. She leapt into a well. I buried her beneath a mud wall, carried the child in my arms, and charged through the enemy lines. But the boy has stopped crying, he may be gone." He opened his tunic, only to see little Adu, Lu Shan, sleeping soundly. Zhao Yun exclaimed with joy, "The young lord lives." He offered the child to Liu Bei, but to his shock, Liu Bei hurled the baby to the ground, crying, "Because of this child, I almost lost one of my greatest generals." Zhao Yun quickly scooped up the child and knelt, weeping. "Even if my body were ground to dust, I could never repay your kindness, my lord." Later generations wrote, "The tiger generals of Chao's camp lost their nerve. Zhao Zilong held the child, who slept in his breast. Loyalty beyond measure could not repay his lord. Even when the child was cast aside, tears filled the ground." When Pin reached Changban Bridge and saw Zhang Fei, his beard bristling, eyes glaring wide, his serpent spear poised like a dragon. Behind him, clouds of dust rose, as though troops were hidden there. The Cao army dared not advance. Soon generals Cao Run, Li Dian, Xiahou Dun, Xiahou Yuan, Eugene, Zhang Liao, Zhang He, and Su Chu all arrived. They beheld Zhang Fei standing like a raging god, and suspected Zhuge Liang had laid an ambush, so none moved forward. They sent word back to Cao Cao. Hearing this, Cao Cao personally rode forth to see. From afar, Zhang Fei spotted Cao Cao's banners and canopy. Realizing the enemy was cautious, he roared mightily, "I am Zhang Ida of Yan. Who dares face me in death combat?" His voice thundered like a storm, echoing through the valleys. Every man in Cao's army trembled. Cao Cao hastily ordered his canopy removed and whispered, "Guan Yinchang once told me Zhang Fei could take a general's head among 1,000,000 troops as easily as reaching into a sack. Do not underestimate him." Zhang Fei bellowed again, "Zhang Ida is here. Who dares fight?" Seeing his ferocity, Cao Cao felt fear rise. Zhang Fei shouted once more, "Will you fight or flee? Make up your mind." Before he finished, Xiahou Jie was so terrified that he fell dead from his horse. Cao Cao panicked and turned back. His soldiers, seeing their commander retreat, broke ranks in confusion, throwing away weapons and trampling one another. A poem says, "At Changban Bridge the killing air rose high. A spear across his horse, fierce eyes flashing fire. His thunderous roar shook mountains and rivers. And Chao's vast host fled west in chaos dire." Cao Cao fled in disarray, his hat lost, hair disheveled. Zhang Liao and Su Chu caught up and grabbed his reins, urging, "Do not fear, my lord. Zhang Fei is but one man. If we regroup and strike again, Liu Bei can be captured. Cao Cao regained his composure and ordered them back to scout. Zhang Fei, seeing the enemy retreat, did not pursue. Instead, he gathered his men, told them to remove the branches tied to their horses' tails, used to stir up dust to feign greater numbers, then broke the bridge behind him. When Liu Bei heard, he sighed. "My brother is brave, yet lacks foresight." Zhang Fei asked why. Liu Bei replied, "Cao Cao is suspicious and cunning. If the bridge were left intact, he'd think an ambush awaited and hesitate. By breaking it, you show weakness and he'll surely pursue. His army is vast, can one bridge stop him?" Zhang Fei realized his mistake, and they quickly turned onto side paths toward Hanjin. Cao Cao, upon learning the bridge was destroyed, laughed. He broke the bridge out of fear, built pontoon bridges and chased them. Li Dian cautioned, "It may be a ruse of Zhuge Liang's, don't rush." Cao Cao ignored him, ordering 3 floating bridges built to cross that very night. Liu Bei reached Hanjin but saw dust rising behind and heard war cries shaking the earth. The enemy was close. He sighed. A great river before, pursuit behind. What now? Zhao Yun readied for battle. Cao Cao's men shouted. Liu Bei is a fish in the pot, a tiger in the trap. Seize him now, or we'll regret it later. The army surged forward. Suddenly, drums thundered from the hills. A cavalry unit charged forth, led by a general on a red horse with a green dragon crescent blade, Guan Yunchang himself. He had brought 10,000 men from Jiangxia upon hearing of the battle, and came to block the enemy. Seeing Guan Yu, Cao Cao gasped, another of Kongming's tricks, and ordered a retreat. Guan Yu chased for 10 li before turning back to escort Liu Bei's family across the river. He asked, "Where is second sister-in-law?" Liu Bei sorrowfully recounted Lady Mi's death. Guan Yu sighed. "If you'd listened to me during the hunt at Su Field, today's tragedy might not have been." Liu Bei gave a bitter smile. "At that time, I dared not act rashly, like a man who fears to harm the rat while guarding his vessel." Before they could say more, drums rolled again. Countless warships sailed swiftly down from the south. Liu Bei was alarmed, but from the leading ship came a shout. "Uncle, are you unharmed? Your nephew is late and deserves death." It was Lu Qi, son of Liu Biao. He boarded and wept. "I heard you were pursued by Cao Cao, so I came to rescue you." Overjoyed, Liu Bei joined him aboard. As they spoke, another fleet appeared from the southwest, ships lined in formation, sails gleaming. Lu Qi exclaimed, "All my Jiangxia troops are here. Those must be enemy vessels, perhaps Chao's or Wu's." Liu Bei peered ahead and saw on the lead ship a man wearing a scholar's cap and Taoist robe. It was Zhuge Liang, with Sun Qian standing behind him. Liu Bei quickly invited him aboard and asked, "How are you here, my strategist?" Kongming smiled. "I foresaw you would not go by Jiangling but by Hanjin. I sent Guan Yu to intercept, Lu Qi to assist, and I myself went to Xiakou to mobilize support." Liu Bei rejoiced, and their forces united. Zhuge Liang proposed, "Xiakou is well fortified and well provisioned. Let my lord stay there, while Lord Lu Qi returns to Jiangxia to raise troops. 2 strongholds supporting each other against Cao Cao. If both go to Jiangxia, you'll be isolated." Lu Qi suggested, "Perhaps first to Jiangxia to prepare, then to Xiakou." Liu Bei agreed, leaving Guan Yu to defend Xiakou, while he, Zhuge Liang, and Lu Qi proceeded to Jiangxia. Cao Cao, seeing Guan Yu appear, feared more ambushes and halted pursuit, choosing instead to move downriver toward Jiangling. Officials Deng Yi and Lu Xian of Jingzhou, knowing they could not resist, surrendered with their people. Cao Cao entered Jiangling, pacified the populace, released Han Song, and appointed him Grand Herald. Then he asked his advisors, if Liu Bei joins Sun Quan, they'll be formidable. How do we stop them? Sun Yu advised, send an envoy to Sun Quan proposing joint action against Liu Bei, offering to divide Jingzhou. Pretend alliance, he'll be alarmed and submit. Cao Cao approved and mobilized 830,000 troops, boasting of 1,000,000, arraying them along the river for 300 li. Meanwhile, in the east, Sun Quan camped at Chaisang. Learning that Cao Cao had taken Jiangling and Lu Tsong surrendered, he convened his council. Lu Su said, Jingzhou borders our land. It's rich and well fortified, a foundation for empire. Liu Biao has just died, and Liu Bei has been routed. Allow me to go to Jiangxia, pay respects for Liu Biao, and persuade Liu Bei to ally with us against Cao Cao. Sun Quan was pleased and sent Lu Su with gifts. At that time, Liu Bei, Zhuge Liang, and Lu Qi were discussing at Jiangxia. Zhuge Liang suggested, Cao Cao's power is vast. Our best course is to ally with Wu. Liu Bei hesitated. Would the East Wu rulers truly accept me? Kongming smiled. Cao Cao's massive army threatens them too. They will surely send an envoy. When one comes, I'll handle it. Soon news arrived that Sun Quan had sent Lu Su to offer condolences. Zhuge Liang smiled. The time has come. He predicted. Lu Su comes not to mourn, but to test our strength. My lord, when he asks about Cao Cao's forces, say you don't know, let him ask me. Lu Su arrived, and Lu Qi and Liu Bei received him with feasts and courtesy. When talk turned to Cao Cao's army, Liu Bei claimed ignorance. After repeated questions, he said, Ask Master Zhuge. Zhuge Liang came forth. Lu Su asked, What do you make of the current situation? Kongming replied, Cao Cao is cunning. I know his schemes well. Yet our strength is small, so we can only avoid him for now. Lu Su asked, Will the imperial uncle remain here long? Zhuge Liang answered, We plan to seek refuge under Wu Chen of Kangwu. Lu Su smiled. Wu Chen is weak in troops and grain, hardly reliable. Lord Sun of Jiangdong commands strong armies and honors the worthy. Why not join hands with him to restore order to the realm? Zhuge Liang replied modestly, My lord and Lord Sun are strangers. How could an alliance succeed? Lu Su said, But your brother Zhuge Jin serves us as a strategist. Why not come together? Zhuge Liang pondered, then said, If that is so, allow me to accompany you by order of my lord. Though Liu Bei feigned reluctance, he agreed. Thus, Lu Su and Zhuge Liang boarded a small boat bound for Chaisang to meet Sun Quan himself. As the saying goes, because Zhuge Liang set sail in one small boat, the mighty host of Cao Cao fell into silence. Summary. This chapter depicts Zhao Yun's daring rescue of baby Adu at Changban, and Zhang Fei's thunderous roar on the bridge that drove back Cao Cao's army. Symbols of the Shu general's courage and loyalty. Zhuge Liang's foresight ensured reinforcements from Guan Yu and Lu Qi, allowing Liu Bei to cross the river and escape. Meanwhile, Cao Cao seized Jiangling and planned a southern campaign, shifting the balance once again. Finally, Zhuge Liang skillfully anticipated Wu's intentions, forming the first bridge of alliance through Lu Su, setting the stage for the Great Battle of Red Cliffs. Knowledge points. 1. Battle of Changban. Historically, Liu Bei was indeed pursued and defeated by Cao Cao near Changban, but there were no records of Zhao Yun's 7 charges, or Zhang Fei scaring off 1,000,000 troops. These were dramatic embellishments by Luo Guanzhong. The historical records only mention a small skirmish and Liu Bei's retreat across the river. 2. Zhang Fei's roar. The records of the three kingdoms briefly state that Zhang Fei shouted at the pursuing army from a bridge, causing hesitation, but not that he routed 1,000,000 soldiers. The novel greatly exaggerates his feat for dramatic effect. 3. Zhuge Liang's prediction. Historically, Zhuge Liang likely stayed in the rear to organize defenses in Jingzhou and did not personally participate in the retreat. His coordination of reinforcements and alliances is a later literary interpretation to showcase his genius.